a settlement that I have here. This is on the planet Kayam 2, and I found this beautiful crater that I wanted to set up shop near. So I've got my landing pad out there in this nice kind of Viking home here. The purpose of this outpost is just to house all of the collectibles that I have in the game. So this is still a relatively new Unity run, so I've just got the Constellation spacesuit, the Starborn spacesuit, and the Mantis spacesuit. But we'll get a couple of the other unique ones to put there. I have every data slate, every single data slate I've collected, and then the magazines will go here. I have, of course, this for artifacts, and then this will house the books. So I've got a little space for everything, I think. This room is to house every rare, epic, or legendary item that I find. For right now, eventually, you may change this up a bit to make it, just legendaries or just the iconic items. But for now, it houses just everything. I know there are a lot of unique weapons in the game, and I thought about doing those unique weapons on these stands here. I think that's going to make sense rather than these backpacks as we have them now. There's not a great way to store these backpacks, I don't think. Maybe there is, but for these I just dropped them and then placed them in the outpost menu. So that's what I've done thus far. And then we have a little aquarium here. Upstairs is somewhat decorated. We've got seating and things. A bar, little kitchen area, which is nice. And then in here we have a bedroom, which I would say is more or less fully furnished. A couple of plants, bed, a chest in there, little seating area, some books, and a bathroom. So this room, I would say, is done. However, there is still a bit to do on the outside or downstairs, and I feel like I should do something up here, but I just don't know what. If you have an idea, let me know, or maybe we'll be struck by inspiration in this video. But as for right now, I think we ought to decorate this downstairs area just to make it a bit more, not necessarily welcoming, but just a little more, a little less empty, a little less austere, right? Let's see, those are some big rugs. I really need a big rug. I could put something like that, but it's too long for my taste, and that rug's too groovy. I don't necessarily like to have a round rug in a doorway. Tell you what, why don't we put the armillary on top of this rug? And let's see how we've done for centering that. Very nearly on center. I think that's one of the things I probably spend the most time doing, is just making sure that the different things that I'm placing are centered or in the right space. I do kind of like that green here. It doesn't totally fit with the rustic theme, but it's good to have a little pop of color, every now and then. I keep seeing lights flash on this wall. I wonder if Barrett is stuck outside, because I haven't seen him in a minute. Alright, now underneath the stairs is always something that's sort of difficult for me to decide what I want to put there. I think first things first, we'll put some lights up just underneath these stairs so that we can see. Let's go with a ceiling light, warm. So this must be built on ceilings, and it doesn't like any of these for ceilings. I guess it likes this, but that's off. stairs, I fear. This one kind of just works under the stairs. Those are too big. Let's see, I really would love to have this one, work under these stairs, but it just doesn't seem like it wants to, so we'll end up doing something else, I suppose. Let's actually try a lamp here instead. One that's going to give us a lot of light here. I like that. Now, if we do that, do we need this light still? I'm going to guess we don't. Whoops. Let me just put this anywhere. It does look a tad dark still over there, so maybe, not sure I want to do 2 lamps. So we will keep this for now. Oh, do you know what? We could kind of tuck it up here as well. That might be nice. I think that still gives us a lot of light in this area, but doesn't necessarily, poke out too much. It kind of doesn't look right, though, does it? I don't like how that just kind of sits up there. So we're going to place it here where it could conceivably go. And we'll make a little display area here. I think that's sort of my goal here, is just to make a spot to display all my things. Oh, look at this. I forgot we have this plushy display. Let's see, a display case of various types here. I like this, as well as this. I think this is just a nice, kind of catch-all. You can put miscellaneous items on this, whatever. So, really nice decoration to have. It's floating off the ground right there, though. See if we can't, get it onto the ground there. Very nice. Okay. I like that. But it makes me think we need to have another one. And that might be tough, given where we already have our lamp. Sort of in this same area. Is that as far back as I can get it? So it would seem. Okay. I thought about doing a small seating area under the stairs, and I still might. But let's put this display case on this wall. Sorry if you can hear my cat there. She wants to get involved in the video. Hopefully she's not too much of a bother. Alright, she is on her way out, I hope. Let's see. We can put that there. The light just looks terrible there. And scoot. Alright, fair enough. I guess we'll just have 2 of these. This lamp is not doing it for me. We'll get all the way to the end here where we keep these and see if there's a better floor lamp for us. Not really. I mean, there's not one that gives off as much light. Got some wall lights though, which could be something. It just doesn't look very nice. let's see. Maybe there is actually a table lamp we can use that might accomplish something similar. Like this. That's not bad. Oops, we need the warm variant though. There, and I think that accomplishes the same idea, at least, of what we're doing here. And we can probably put it on a table and still have our sitting area that we wanted. Oh, this is not lined up on the wall. Okay, let's see. Let's find a straight edge here and line it up. Alright, that'll have to be good enough. Do you know what good enough is? Good enough. It's a nice little mantra for all you perfectionists out there. Good enough is good enough. We can put this lamp on top of this display case if we wanted, which is kind of silly. Let's go into our regular furniture here, because I've got a couple of chairs that, like that table is nice. It's a little bit big, but I like these chairs as well. Let's see, we can put one of these here, and then I'm thinking that I want a kind of all-in-one side table type of thing. I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that. I guess I mean like a pre-decorated coffee table. So let's see if we can find something like that. And I'm sure I've passed one or two or three great options. Okay, bookcases. Are these all bookcases filled with books? They are, which is fun. Might just go ahead and put that like here, and then the restroom clutter. Oh, do you know what? I kind of like the clothing rack, which we could put here. And keep it going here. Oh, that's a very nice planter. Could put that by this window. No, I don't like that there. I'm not sure that we'll have a very good place for a planter in this house. I'd like it to be sort of condensed, just to the point that we are mainly focused on the collectibles here and not so much on the decorations. So that's sort of where I'm at right now. Okay, looks like there was nothing in that category for us. Several good shelves here. Look at that. Beautiful. Do you know what? I think that potentially there is something in Nem's Deco Pack that will help us. Let's see. We're looking for a coffee table. Bar table's okay, but what we really want is a coffee table and something potentially rustic looking if sort of sitting on there, and I think it gives us enough light. I'm thinking I want another one of these chairs, but can we fit it in there? Yes, I think we can. I think we can. And that is too wide as it is, so we're going to do like this and then put a matching chair there next to it. Let's see, here I am. Nice fancy red leather chair, and I have a few books there that are visible, and that's kind of like a coffee table as well, so I like that. I'm realizing I needed to put a rug here. Maybe it's not too late. Let's see, we need, I think I might do one of these, build a rugs, and build your own type of rug here. Yeah, I think this should work. Okay. Now we need a mid-piece. There we go, sides and left. Okay, I like that. I think that's really nice. Don't really want to do too much right there. At least, I don't think so. But that display looks nice for now. Now, we could do some lights and some hanging plants. This corner is a little dark. Am I hearing wildlife out there? Not sure exactly what I'm hearing. But it's probably friendly, and it wants to get to know us and swap stories and secrets. I'm a little confused where Barrett is. I have Barrett following me as well, but I haven't seen him in a minute. Well, surely he's around. Unless he got assigned somewhere while I was editing my ship. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. What is this reflection I'm seeing? It's like top down into the room behind me. That's so strange. Because you can see that green rug and the armillary that I have placed there. And then I believe that's the Constellation logo. No, actually that is the aquarium. So this is a mirror image of the room behind me. Looking down. I have no idea why it's showing that, but it's essentially like this view, I think. Is it reversed? I'm spending too much time doing this. I guess it's not reversed, it's just like this view from up here. Maybe there's another window that it's like all of them are using the same reflection. I don't know. A mystery for another day. Let's get some more lights up here. I would like to use lights that sort of fit the theme. These are all pretty modern. So let's see if there's something in the miscellaneous that can help us here. I know these paper lanterns are here for sure. I wonder if they are actually, those do give off a pretty significant amount of light actually. I'm surprised. We can hang up a few of these. Now, I do wonder if I light one area really well, will it make all the other areas appear really dark? I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but it might be something I'd like to be aware of so I can make decisions a little better. Let's do 3, because I think just that one in the corner kind of bums me out. We want to have kind of an abundance of these if they are going to be, good centerpieces for us. Now, I'd like to have some illumination on these bookcases. Is that the right way to do it? I think this is better here. So we'll drop, again, 3 of these. And I don't think I've got those centered on the beam. Well, one of them I did. Alright, I think that looks nice. Now you can see that pretty well. I don't know actually how many books are in the game, so this might be too many or too few bookshelves. But we'll find out. This is really what I'm aiming for is a longer playthrough, kind of a permanent home, which I think I'm doing because I really want to get invested in this game and not worry about the updates or whatever is coming, because I think it's pretty easy to just kind of get turned off the game and not really want to play it if you think there's something better that's just right around the corner. So my thought is that I don't need there to be hype around the game. I don't need there to be something new to enjoy what's already here. So that's just sort of where I'm at right now. And it may change, but right now it's fine. A succulent frame. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. You're going to go right here. And I think we are going to put a planter under this, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. I think that's in our decorations. It's all the way at the bottom. I'd like to see how long this takes. Let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It takes 11 seconds to get to the bottom of that menu. Let's see, we are looking at not the lockers, I think we were near the end of this maybe, or potentially near the beginning. Candle bundle, what is this? Oh, that's kind of fun. Or plant, that's cute. I usually like to put a gym or fitness center into these builds, but I don't want to use the space to do that. I think I do like this planter actually, so I'm gonna try to set it here if it will allow me to. There we go, not bad. And can we scoot it in a bit? Okay, that's great. Alright, I like that just fine. It's sort of a little bit askew, so let's see if we can fix that and then put it right back where it was. Sometimes the rotation affects your placement a lot more than you'd like it to, but other times it just seems to work fine, so let's hope that it's the latter. Alright, I quite like that actually, but now this needs to be a little higher. Can actually even center that on this wall, just to keep it kind of separate, but also a little bit natural. Alright. And, I mean, you could do a rug here. I just like putting down rugs, I guess. Alright, we were up here putting down some decorations in the... Sorry, kind of lost my train of thought there. In this kitchen. is making all kind of noises again. I'm so sorry about that. She's a pretty active cat. She is. How old is she? I guess maybe 9 years old. And she's very active, so, I'm happy for that. I had sort of hoped that she would mellow, and, maybe over time she will, but it's unlikely. She is a calico cat, and I'm trying to think if her picture is in any of my bios anywhere. Used to be the thumbnail for this channel. Was a picture of her curled up sleeping. I thought that was kind of appropriate. That was back when this channel was named ASMR Philosophical, which I don't think ever will be referenced in these videos, but maybe it was once upon a time. So future historians can look back and say, oh, okay, I get it. That's what historians do anyway, as far as I know. How many more of these do we have? Oh, there are a few very good ones. I'm not interested in the super small ones, but amazing to know that they're there. See, I think this is my new game 13, I want to say. And I've had a lot of fun going through the different universes, but I do like the experience of building in one universe to stay. That sort of, I guess the idea is that the Starborn are always looking for the next power in the next universe and don't really care about the world they leave behind. And as you play through the game and go through Unity yourself, you do start to feel that way. You kind of lose that first time magic of the game because you see it so many times. So I think I'm just trying to rekindle that, basically. I'm crazy about this view. I just love that. I don't know what the weather effect is like out here. I've got a couple of floating trees out. Let's see if we can get a look at those. Oh, and also we'll get a save done. There we go. Yep, just floating trees. You get those on Alien Worlds, surely. Some rogue plants. This is some rogue fire up here. This is actually supposed to be inside of this little cauldron here, but fire effects in this game just sometimes don't go where you want them to. I feel like I need to bring Barrett, because, where is he? There you go. I was missing a T. Excuse me. Oh, I had, there he is. Nice to see you, Barrett. I haven't given him a new outfit yet. I'm still pretty new in this universe. I think I just finished the Mantis quest, and I've done very little from the main quest. Let's see if I can see. Yeah, the empty nest. I haven't even gone to Aquila City yet. I do want to go to Neon, though, because I've got the Lambent Ship Services mod from Miss O Plays, and that is a fantastic mod. Part of the reason I'm in a new universe is because I could not get dialogue working in the universe I was in. I could talk to some people, but then vendors specifically just wouldn't talk to me. You can activate them and they're like, hello, but their menu doesn't pop up or anything. Okay, how do we feel about this? It's a little bit empty. I might like something in the middle here. this is a weapon display case. I wonder if it will display anything else. Because that is sort of what I'm looking for. Something like that. Let's see, those are just for magazines and books. Weapon rack, mineral displays. That is fun. I do like this. Something like this is what I had envisioned, but again, that is going to make kind of an interference with the flow of this place. So I think maybe we just leave this a little more open up here, and we should in fact put down a rug. Let's do it. That's in our decorations. We're going to find the rugs, which are very near. I thought they were very near the bottom, but they do not have to be. I like that they give you this blue variant and this red variant of a similar rug. For us, I think red is more on theme, but we'll see if that's even the rug we want to use. I tend to like these kind of woven ones. I love a chunky woven anything, really. It's just so cozy. Let's put that there. Make sure it's not floating. It is not floating. It's great. Now, I use a mod that has one of these, but just makes it bigger. I don't know. I can't remember exactly where that is. I wonder if I can just, like, set the scale of this and feel good about it. Let's make it 1.8. That looks good to me. And set it here. Like that, and then we'll move it back where it was. Oh, that's a little too much rug in one place, isn't it? We don't have to have this on a rug. We can keep it just like it was before. I think that's totally fine. Maybe put this here. There's just like a rug in the middle of the room now. So I think maybe this is not our answer. Maybe this can be in front of the door, and this can be at the bottom of the stairs. It might be nice if we can get that working. We'll have to sort of cover up that bottom stair, but it's not that important, is it? Maybe it is. Alright, and I think I need to close these doors in order to get this rug where I want it, nice and snug up against this threshold. Alright, you can come back in, Sarah. She didn't want to. She's enjoying the scenery. I think actually maybe I do like that here. It's okay. I think there's room for improvement here, but I just don't really know what. I guess I could move these to kind of the center here. I will bet that we find something that we'll want to display in that way. You know, like on one of these, or maybe even one of these. I do kind of just want to see how that looks. Well, we can move our armillary over a bit, can't we? Maybe we cannot. Oh, move this over just a bit here. Keep some of that, and I think maybe even a little more here. And potentially could move this back. So it's not really, sharing the same space as the armillary. But sort of is. That's too close to this bookshelf. I think this is just too big. I really enjoy the way it looks, but I just don't think it's gonna fit for our purposes. That may be as good as we can get, and it's not centered, but it does look better in the room, so that's what we'll have to go with, is, just letting it be better for the room. And I think this is done. I think this place is ready to fill up with good memories. I would like something tall in here, maybe some plants along this this wall. Let's head back over to the botanics and utilities and see if we can get something, something cutesy to put here. Alright, we got a couple of shrubs and such. Little plants. Oh, these are amazing, actually. Look at all this. That is great. Oh, I really like that. I haven't actually thumbed through this too much. So I'm glad there's so many cool things here. Let's stick with this sort of variety here. Now I say all, some of these have different, like pots. So let's see if we can get things that kind of have a similar pot theme going. Could put two of the same here. I'm not worried about that. Have two of them, because the rotation, even a little bit of rotation, makes them look fairly different. Well, as different as two plants will be, Alright, and we've got this red forest fern, which has a similar kind of pot. And we'll do the same deal, where we have two, we just kind of rotate a bit. And that looks good to me. Now, if we can find something, I like the, how that's sort of elegant and maybe just sits there to kind of offset the two of those. So we'll move this one a little to the right, and the yellow one will move in a bit. And that should be all we need to do to make these plants feel at home. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so I've got some plants there. This wall is lacking. Let's see, I think that's in Nem's Deco pack that there are some like plant walls. Yep, there they are. It's floating. Do you think I could place one on this ledge? I think it should be possible, but I'm no doctor. Oh, I saw it sort of click in. I don't know where that was, but it was sort of, yeah, okay. It's a little further out than I would want, I think. Oh, that's nice, actually. Let's see if we can get it centered a bit. If we can keep it on that plane, will it let us? Yeah. Okay, that looks great. I actually really like that. Awesome. Okay, well now I'm feeling much better about this. Do you know, there are some of those really big rugs in this deco pack. I wonder if we can get one we'll just have to find out. But for right now, I think we'll call this done, and we'll call this video a great success. If you want to see more of Starfield content, especially if you like these building videos, let me know. Or if there's a specific quest you'd want to see, more than happy to go and do those. We've got a big universe ahead of us. So, until we see each other again, take very good care of yourself.